I want to go ahead and just talk about all the military deployments all across the world. So the United States has lots of deployments. We are actually deployed in more than 150 countries. And then over 300,000 of active duty personnel is serving outside the United States and our territories. So what we got here? Alright, so in the U.S., we have 949,000. So out of the biggest occupation right here in the U.S., almost 1 million military deployments here. There's 18,833 in Alaska. And in Armed Forces America, there's 10,000. So where's Armed Forces Americas? That's its own place, Armed Forces America. So you got the Americas, and then you got the Armed Forces Americas. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It says United States Central Command, European Command, Pacific Command, Special Operations Command, Strategic Command, Transportation Command. All right. So that's in the U.S., right? Apparently, wherever Armed Forces America is too. In Cuba, we got 806 military deployments. In El Salvador, 387. Honduras, 384. Well, that's interesting. We were fucking with El Salvador 30 or 40 years ago, right? Got 387 military deployments there now. In Honduras, that coup d'etat in 2009, they have the worst, most extreme poverty that's going on right now in Honduras. If you saw when Venezuela exited the OAS, they were sitting there saying, how can Honduras sit there and lecture us about, how to run the government when you have 42% of people in Honduras is undergoing extreme poverty? There's a humanitarian crisis right there. We've caused it in Honduras. Obama and Hillary did. So, let's see. Greenland, we got 158 military deployments in Greenland. And Puerto Rico, well, that's a territory. No, isn't it? 145 military deployments. And then Canada, 141 deployments. And then 553 other deployments. Where are these others? I don't know. Probably in Armed Forces America. We got 10,000 military deployments in Armed Forces America, and I can't even tell you what that is. And then 553. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's another 553 military deployments here and there in the Americas. Oh, just here and there. Oh, okay. So Pacific Ocean. There's Armed Forces Pacific. So we got 57,634 deployments. 58,000. We're going to, I guess the Pacific Ocean is ours. We got 38,000 deployments in Hawaii. We got nearly 4,000 in Guam. So these are still our territories, but still 4,000 military deployments in Guam, that little tiny island, and then compared to 188 in Australia. I don't know, Australia. It looks like we care more about Guam. We got 4,000 military deployments and only 188 in Australia. So comparably, Australia, you need another 3,700 or so. So 30,000, my bad. No, 3,000. Well, to get up to Hawaii numbers, right, you need 37,000. But yeah, Australia, you need to step up your game. Only 188,000. That's more than Greenland, Puerto Rico, and Canada, but less than Cuba, El Salvador, and Honduras. 108 deployments in Cuba. In Europe, there's Armed Forces Europe, 37,000. In Germany, 35,000. Italy, 12,000 military deployments. United Kingdom, 8,479. Spain, 3,256 military deployments. So they're, that's way above Australia. Look at it. I mean, Germany cannot take enough of our military bases. Italy is right behind there, and then UK, they love our military too. Now, Belgium, they don't love it as much as Spain and the UK and Italy and Germany does. But there's 842 military deployments there. Romania, 667. Greece, 407. Netherlands, 398. Kosovo, that's interesting. 378 military deployments, including a CIA torture site. They're torturing people in Kosovo now, which is a war that Bernie Sanders had voted for. So, Kosovo, Hungary, 212 deployments. Portugal, 185. military deployments, and then 373 other. But we're in Portugal, we're in Hungary, we're in Kosovo, we're in the Netherlands, we're in Greece, we're in Romania, we're in Belgium, Spain, UK, Italy, and Germany. Well, watch out, UK. I think you may have had the empire inverted, right? You used to be the head of the empire, but now you got nearly, over 8,000 military deployments in Britain right now. Japan, 39,000. South Korea, 23,000. Thailand, 289 military deployments. And Singapore, 178. 178. What are we doing in Singapore? We need to put more military personnel in Singapore. 178 military deployments is not enough. We need at least up to Germany levels, right? Singapore? This is important. We've got to contain Singapore. They'll get a nuke and then they'll invade us in no time. So 178 military deployments is not enough for Singapore. Singapore. What the fuck are we doing in Singapore? Oh, boy. Thailand, South Korea, 23,000. Japan, 39,000. Man, World War II, we basically said we're dumping all of our military deployments here in Japan and Germany. I don't know. I think Tito and Hitler may be dead. I think we've got them by now. Wouldn't you say so? So West Asia and North Africa and Kuwait, over 6,000 military deployments in Kuwait and Iraq, over 5,000. 5,500, actually 5,540. And that's 3,500 Army, 315 Navy, 182 Marines, and then 791 Air Force. But zero Coast Guard. We don't have any Coast Guard in Iraq. We need to get some Coast Guard into Iraq. Bahrain, 5,500, 44 Army, 43 Navy. They got Coast Guard. So Bahrain's got Coast Guard, but Iraq and Kuwait, well, maybe because they have no water. But Qatar has zero. I mean, they only got 3,000 military deployments in Qatar, just 3,000. And then 2,200 in Turkey, 1,700 in Jordan, over 1,000 United Arab Emirates, 375 in Egypt, 352 in Saudi Arabia. 352 military deployments in Saudi Arabia and 304 in Syria, and then 233 elsewhere. So, interesting. You have Egypt, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. And these are the same countries fucking with Qatar. Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain has 5,500 of our deployments there. United Arab Emirates has over 1,000. Egypt has 375. Saudi Arabia has 352. 352. 375. Over 1,000 United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain, 5,500. Qatar has 3,000 troops there, or military deployments there, too. So, the places that America is occupying, their governments are being more right-wing and pushing on Qatar and saying, hey, you better, do what we're doing. So, is it the U.S.? Are you sure it's not the U.S. that's pushing all this? Okay, Central Asia, Afghanistan, we got over 9,000 military deployments there. In Pakistan, 115. And then 153 others. So, in other places somewhere, probably Uzbekistan or something. I don't know. Quit talking. We got 153 other deployments elsewhere. Djibouti, we got 1,961. Djibouti, right? That's a fun name. Hey, we've conquered Djibouti. I'm going to conquer Djibouti. You watch out. Djibouti's going to get conquered. British Indian Ocean Territory, 275 military deployments, and then 134 military deployments in Somalia. Unspecified overseas, there's 28,000 military deployments. And then domestically, we got 6,000 military deployments. So, there we go. There's all the military deployments, according to Wikipedia, that the United States has. All these numbers are based on the recent U.S. Department of Defense statistics as of December 31st, 2016. I think we might be an empire. If you have 900 military bases in 150 countries, you might be an empire. And I don't really want more military deployments. I want to know what the fuck we're doing in every single one of these countries. When you have 39,000 deployments in Germany, what are we doing in Germany? Why are we there? What's going on? When did I miss all this? I remember being in Spalding University, and they talked about how we're an empire, and the teacher's like, oh, don't say mean things. This is a teacher of teachers who's going to go around, teaching the other sycophantic students all across the galaxy. These teachers are teaching the teachers to be dumb, and the students just eat it up. What, we're not an empire, Mrs. Dunnigan? I thought we were an empire. No, we're not. Quit saying bad things about our... But that's the reality. That's the truth. Well, I also believe in God, so I believe in a lot of shit that just ain't real. And, you're supposed to do as I say. But you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't matter. I got here first, and they're paying me. All right? Nah? And then, lastly, when it comes to Donald Trump, impeaching Trump, all these military deployments in all these different countries, you're telling me you want him to keep on controlling it? Nah, we need Trump in Qatar. Yeah, Qatar, 3,000 military. Yeah, that's smart. That's really smart. Call Qatar terrorists and then sell them $12 billion in weapons. Hey, you're a terrorist. Want some weapons? Here you go. Go ahead. No, I bet you'll love them. You'll enjoy them. But we have, I just told you about all those military in Singapore. We're in Singapore. We're in United Arab Emirates, Djibouti, Somalia, Thailand. Oh, we gotta watch out for Thailand. We gotta put, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, right? But I didn't notice we don't have any military deployments in nuclear weapon. If a country has nuclear weapons, we don't have military deployments there. So, yeah, fuck North Korea and fuck Mitch McConnell.